The United States Air Force has no interest in purchasing their Boeing advanced 4th generation F-15X version of the aging Eagle. Nor does the service have any plans to revive the stealthy 5th generation Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor, in either its original configuration or in a modified form with avionics from the Lockheed Martin F-35 Joint Strike Fighter. Instead, the priority for the Air Force is to produce as many F-35s as it can to increase the proportion of 5th generation fighters in its fleet while it continue to explore next generation technologies for the future air superiority mission. We are currently 80% 4th gen aircraft and 20% 5th generation aircraft, Air Force Secretary Heather Wilson told Defense News. In any of the fights that we have been asked to plan for, more 5th gen aircraft make a huge difference, and we think that getting to 50-50 means not buying new 4th gen aircraft, it means continuing to increase the 5th generation. Without stealth, the non-stealthy 4th generation jets are not survivable inside areas protected by. That should not come as a surprise to anyone. The U.S. Air Force has strongly resisted any effort to build new 4th generation fighters such as new Lockheed Martin F-16s and F-15s because the service fundamentally does not believe those aircraft will be effective in combat in the coming decades. While both the F-15 and the F-16 could make use of stealthy standoff weapons to hit fixed targets inside hostile airspace, advanced enemy air defenses such as the formidable Russian-made S-400 and Chinese HQ-9. As for a revived and modernized F-22 Raptor, a congressionally mandated Air Force study shows that restarting the production line would be too expensive and would take too long. These non-recurring restart costs could range between $7 minus $12 billion base year 2016 dollars. The Air Force estimates procurement unit costs could range between $206 and $216 million. Assuming a buy of 194 aircraft, the total procurement cost is estimated to be between $40 and $42 billion. Moreover, the Air Force is convinced that by the time that Raptor production could be restarted, the aircraft would increasingly challenged by Russian and Chinese efforts to counter American air superiority. The timeline associated with pursuing F-22 production restart would see new F-22 deliveries starting in the mid to late 2020. While the F-22 continues to remain the premier air superiority solution against the current threat, new production deliveries would start at a point where the F-22's capabilities will begin to be challenged by the advancing threats in the 2030 and beyond time frame. Also, restarting the F-22 production line would compete with the U.S. Air Force's next-generation penetrating counter-air effort to develop a successor to the Raptor. F-22 production restart would also directly compete against the resources necessary to pursue the Chief of Staff of the Air Force Enterprise Capability Collaboration Team Flight Plan, which addresses the critical capabilities required to persist and be lethal in the rapidly evolving, highly contested anti-access area denial. The United States Air Force has already budgeted nearly $1 billion to study an air superiority family of systems to replace the F-22 and the Boeing F-15C Eagle, for which the service is currently conducting an analysis of alternative. The penetrating counter-air is the air domain platform component of a future family of capabilities for air superiority. But that family of capabilities is more than just the PCA aircraft itself. It includes basing and logistics, communications, intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance, command and control, as well as other platforms and weapons, both existing and future. Indeed, for the Air Force, air superiority will likely move beyond just the realm of kinetic actions. Non-kinetic effects such as electronic attack and